Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Legend Car E Series Season 3. And we're here at round 2 here at the Bend Motorsport Park. We are running the international layout and getting practice done soon. The 30-minute counter will be up just in a second. And as we see, well, Colin Palmer on top, but he is our safety car. He done a couple laps out there. But it's Ryan Taborski who tops it, who done the exact same time as Joseph Parkinson, a newcomer into this league, as practice has ended due to the hard cut. I'm here with Tyler Koenig in the commentary box for my co-commentator. Tyler, what do you reckon is going to happen today here at the Bend? I think he's having some mic problems, but that's fine. But qualifying is about to start. But let's quickly go and have a look through the race info here today. We're here at the Bend International Motorsport Park, 4.88 kilometers, the second longest configuration that we have here at the Bend. The longest being the GT circuit, which is, can't remember the exact total, I think it's above 7Ks maybe, just below maybe. It's 20 degrees out here, partially cloudy, 26 kilometer per hour winds. It's going to be very windy down this main straight. The tow will be massive as we see everyone in the background heading out ready for qualifying. Still a little bit damp, seeing some spray from the back of other cars. Temperature 18 degrees. But who will prevail and get a pole position? Also, chance of 80, it's an 89% chance of rain for the feature race that we will be seeing today. Might rain at the start, midway through, or even at the end, but we'll just have to see how the drivers are going to cope with that. So I believe Tyler Koenig has probably got his mic fixed now. Tyler, welcome.
Yes. Hi.
So Tyler,
Hey.
yes, we hear you. Don't worry. What are your expectations today in qualifying? Who do you reckon can get the pole position, seeing those practice results?
Well, the rain's gonna have a big part in this qualifying session, but I've my favors in Josh Beno tonight for quali. He looks pretty fast tonight.
I
So yeah.
Yeah, I think I have my eyes on Joseph Parkinson, a newcomer into this league, and he does the exact same time as Ryan. And Ryan, he has drove these cars a lot before. I don't know about Joseph. I haven't heard about his past experiences with these cars, but I believe Joseph may be up there and put a fight to the people who race in round one, such as Josh Benno, Fraser Clegg, and all that. We are missing a couple
Yeah.
people here, but we have the biggest grid we've ever had in Legend cars. I believe we have 22 on the grid. This is a really good achievement for me as I'm the owner of this league, and I'm hoping to push this even further with more people coming in. But on to quali now, and I believe we quickly bring up the qualifying mode. I think it's Joshua Benno who's the first one ahead of everyone, so we'll watch him round and wrangle this car around the bend. These cars, the legend cars, little hot rockets when they come around tracks like these. See someone in the distance, an FTA car starting his lap, and here comes Joshua Bennett to start. Got four sectors on this track for the drivers to navigate through, especially heading into turn six. Turn six is a very hard corner to get right, very hard braking zone. You can easily lock up a wheel on these. Ryan behind getting the tow to see if he can put his car in the pole position, as he's also new coming into this, but he's raced in the series before. But where can he get his first ever pole? As we see, a train of cars. We've got Joshua Benno, Ryan Taborski, Ollie Stevens, and Drew Gibson just hanging on the back there. I think he's going to get a beautiful tow there. But Tyler, what are your thoughts about this track? I know you've driven it on the sim before, but what's your thoughts of it IRL and on the sim?
Well, it's a great facility, obviously. I've seen lots of Instagram reels about it. And yeah, just looks like a great place to great atmosphere. That's the word. Yeah, it just looks like a great place to be around.
Yeah, the only thing is it's a bit of a dead, like not dead, but it's a bit dead in the outer parts of the track. But that doesn't stop a great racetrack. And the
Yes,
bend
exactly
show
right.
this, yeah, the bend certainly shows how great it is, especially for legend cars. They've came here IRL before in 2024, and it did provide for some great racing. They even had seven wide at the start before, so I wonder if we can get maybe even eight wide down into the first corner. But will everyone try to play it safe? We don't know. See, it's a bit damp out there still. But look at the train. Ollie Stevens, a little bit on the rear of I think that was Ryan Zaborski's. Oh, he's losing the rear a bit there. I think he just lost it on exit, or he's having pedal problems because he is still running his old Logitech. And last round, he did have a couple brake problems as they kept locking on by themselves because they kept disconnecting. But Joshua Beno, only 3 green sectors. So I wonder who actually has the purple sectors on the track. I'll check my live timing here and just have a look. Doesn't tell me. But heading into the last 2 corners, Joshua Beno pulls a bit of a gap on Ryan. I think Ryan may be trying to get another toe, but you won't be able to get that many laps here. It's a hard cut quali. But on the main straight, Joshua Beno, he's going to put the first time on the board. What will it be? Across the line, it's a purple last sector, and it's going to be a 2:16.6. What does Ryan do? Ethan Johnson. I think that's the person we were looking for with the purple sectors. He's gone to pole. I believe he's getting a great. No, he's actually by himself on the track. He's done that in clean. No, actually, I got it wrong. There's 2 CXC cars on track. Pretty confusing, but it's Ethan who takes the pole. Fraser Clegg has come across the line to put it P2 only. Whoa, that's very close at the top. Jackson Whitehead crosses the line behind. He does a he's 11 seconds off the pace. Cooper Friend up onto the timing boards now, as well as Joshua Thomas. Joshua Thomas, TA2 racer. He has a bit of experience, but does he have experience on the sim? That's what we're going to find out. Heading back to the leaders on the track. Still trying to tow each other. Joseph Parkinson, there we go. I had a feeling he's going to be on the money, and he is on the money. I reckon it's going to be close between our I reckon top 5. It's within a second, but those times will definitely shrink as the track will keep drying out. So Joseph Parkinson, great lap from him. And now Chase Tippett goes to P2. He's doing that in clean air. Jamie Craig has a purple sector in sector 2, and he's going to start rounding the last 2 corners soon. We see Lachlan Beneath, who's going to be crossing the line in a second to see what time he can put on the board. He's been having a little bit of troubles around here in the Legend Cars. Hasn't been on the sim in a bit, but where can he put this Legend car? As he crosses the line, I believe it should be P15. Now here comes Jamie Craig. Can he put it on poles? Waiting for the timing to go because sometimes it's a little bit off, and he goes to second place. And he's only 3/1000ths off first place of Joseph Parkinson in the 66 machine. But waiting for more people to cross the line, Ethan Johnson is on a lap 2 in the tow of Ryan Taborski, but we'll go to Joshua Beno, who's on for another good lap, getting a tow off George Miles up ahead. George Miles comes across the line to finish his lap. Here comes Beno too. I think Beno's going to put it towards 4th, but everyone's coming across the line. Ethan Johnson to the top by a second. This tow around the bend is massive, especially with the wind. I think it's pushing them down the main straight. Oh, Elijah Whitefield getting out of the way very aggressively back there. Just have a look at that, because that was very close to being a very big incident. So he's come out of the track and nearly taken out Ryan and Ethan, but he swerves it back to the left, doing a bit of a good job to get out of the way. But we go back towards this top 4. But it's Ethan Johnson, 6/10ths now, because Ollie Stevens and Fraser Clegg have improved on their times. Josh McLaughlin puts it up to 4th now. So this track is starting to ramp up, getting a little bit dry. I don't know if they're on the wets or dries. Check over here. Some of them are on wets. So Joseph was on wets, but he's coming in, I believe, maybe to get a pair of dries on. But it's a top 4 dry, and Joseph had the wets on. But do remember, it's a hard cut quali, so we'll cut off probably 10 seconds, maybe even 5 into it. Tyler, how's this grid looking so far? How's the times ramping up? Do you reckon the track's gonna get any quicker before the hard cut kicks in?
It certainly won't cut in before, I reckon. But the grid is really mixed up, you know. It's not your top picks like Josh Beno or Jamie Craig and who you said earlier, you know, like it's different. It's great.
Yeah, we've seen these drivers in the top 3 before, such as Fraser Clegg and Ollie Stevens. Josh McLaughlin, though, missing out on the first round, but coming back for the second, showing the pace that he has. But Joshua Banner down in 9th, he would want to look to get a better position because he is leading the championship after Winton, getting a 4th and a 1st place. James Brett as well, who's second, is in 13th. So they need to pull the finger out and try to. Oh, George Miles in the background nearly spins, but they need to try and get some better times. And Ethan Johnson, though, I reckon he's going to go quicker again. He's got two purple sectors behind Josh Beno, getting the toe. Josh Beno trying to just, I think, break it or just losing the rear a bit. Ethan Johnson across the line. He's done I reckon it's a. No. It's a 14.8. Timing at the bottom a little bit glitched out. But Joshua Beno is into P2 now. That's the pace we're seeing from Josh Beno now. Jacob Higgins up the fifth, newcomer as well in this. So who hasn't done any laps? It's Josh Hunter and Colin Palmer. But is Josh Hunter on a lap? Has he been getting off tracks? Well, I don't know. Jamie Craig finishes his lap, 15.9. But for the last corner, we'll see Josh Hunter. It's a green, orange, orange. Oh, and there's the hard cut kicking in. And I knew that was going to kick in 5 seconds into the session. But our grid has been set and we're going to get ready for some racing. But yeah, interesting qualifying session. Ollie Stevens, I didn't see that actually. He actually put it on pole position. I didn't see that at the last second. I was too busy looking at Josh Hunter. But everyone's starting to grid now. So I believe the track is properly dry now. I don't have anything to tell me if it is, but everyone's starting to grid up now. We've got a 20-minute, oh no, 15-minute race on our hands. But let's run you through the grid of today's race in race one, heat one of the day. And it is Ollie Stevens who starts on the pole position. That's his first pole position in a while, but it's Ethan Johnson who'll line up in second place, only half a tenth off on that first row. Joshua Beno bringing that pace that he needs to keep the lead of the championship, starting third alongside Fraser Clegg on the second row in fourth. Jacob Higgins starts P5. Great result for him. First comer in the league too. Joshua McLaughlin missing the first round, coming back for the second, showing some strong pace already in sixth place. Joseph Parkinson as well, seventh. Jamie Craig, eighth. Chase Tippett, ninth. Drew Gibson, 10th. Ryan Taborski, he was top of the timing sheets in practice, but he's down in 11th place, and so is Elijah Whitfield down in 12th. A bit of a couple words going around. But yeah, James Brett, second place in the championship, starts down to 13th. Can he make his way through the field? Blake Holden in 14th. Cooper Friend in 15th. Joshua Thomas, the TA2 driver, starting down at 16th. Daniel, I can't remember how I think it's Lechel that he told us how to present it in 17th place. Lachlan Beneath 18th. Jackson Whitehead 19th. And then don't mind Colin Palmer, he's the safety car, but behind them, Josh Hunter, George Miles rounding out the grid. So, waiting for the grid to go. There we go. We're going to go for our rolling start. But it's annoying because they have to go for a whole roll around lap. I don't know why iRacing doesn't start them onto a different straight, but look at the field of these legend cars. 22 or 21. Yeah, 21 legend cars on the grid. Biggest field we've had. So Ollie Stevens on our pole position. Tyler, how do you think this race is going to unfold?
Look, there's obviously going to be a lot of turn one bump and run ish type moves, but I reckon it should be a smooth sailing first lap. It will be good.
Yeah, slipstream though is massive in these cars, as proven by Ethan Johnson. I believe, I don't know if Ollie Stevens had a toe, just didn't get him right there at the end, but Ethan Johnson definitely showing how powerful the toe is here. It's worth about nearly a second. But I reckon we're going to see maybe four wide in the T1. That's my guess. What do you reckon, Tyler?
Look, slipstream will have a big effect in these cars, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but how many do you think will go wide in the T1? How many do you reckon on this opening lap?
I think it will be about 4-3 wide into turn one. Don't forget, it's a big track, big cars meant to be on this track, and they're just small cars. So I reckon it'll be more than 4 wide. Actually, it'll be maybe 5 wide. Actually, going into
Five
turn
wide.
one at
Okay.
one
So
stage.
you've got your guess. Oh, yeah, I gotta quickly confirm that. I'll quickly confirm that for him. Yes, green light. So they just need to know when they have to start on the green light. Legend cars, in real life they always start on the green light, never go before, because sometimes it can cause some opening drama. But we might see some opening drama here. Tyler's guessed 5, I've guessed 4, but what are your guys' guesses? We'll have to see. 21 legend cars on the grid. And we're only onto the back straight heading down into turn 13. But we'll get this race underway soon. Big shouts for this race. Ollie Stevens starting on the pole position. He's got a good run ahead of him down the T1, but everyone behind is going to be trying to make up those positions, using the toe to their advantage. But as we've heard, James Brett, down in 13th, can he make his way through the field? Because he needs to keep that consistency going like he did at Winton, just to keep the championship alive against him and Benno. But we're going to get ready to go in a second. Ollie Stevens is the one on our front row. Ethan Johnson warming up those tyres already. Everyone warming them up. Heading down into the 2 last corners. We'll go green flag running soon. Here at the Bend, here in Heat 1, who's going to take glory and who's going to fall? Waiting to go. The safety car speeding a little bit up now. Ollie Stevens has to hold the pace before the green light goes. Just waiting. Wait for that green at the top of your screen. Everyone lining up ready. And it's green, and we're racing here at the Bend for Heat 1. Everyone slips, trying to get into the toe. Heading down into T1, we've got 3 wide already. Anyone going to make it 4 wide? No, we're going to keep it 3 wide in the T1, but who's going to come out of it? Josh McLaughlin, he's already up 5 spots and he takes the lead into T1. Josh McLaughlin gets the move done on 5 other cars. What a move from Josh, but he did get a bit of bump drafting, as I see in the background. Car 13, Blake Holden, has spun around with James Brett. So they're both gone. And James Brett is our main title contender. Oh my goodness, we're 4 wide, 3 wide on the straight. Oh my goodness. Do they all keep it nice and even? They do. They keep on going. We've had a spin on a straight. I don't know how that has happened. Everyone trying to find their positions. But Josh McLaughlin leading our race. Joshua Benno's in second and Fraser Clegg is in third. Heading down the hill into the triple right-hander of turns 8, 9, and 10. Josh Benno leads. No, Josh McLaughlin leads. Too many Joshes to think about in this race. Tyler, what was your thoughts on that opening lap?
Very chaotic and unexpected, with a couple cars going off into the dirt, but it was a fairly good start. It was very unexpected. I thought it would go 5 wide into turn 1, but it didn't. They kept calm, which was good.
A bit of them kept calm. Some had a little bit of a hot head coming out of that turn 3. They tried to go nearly 4 wide into turn 5 on the track. But as the race continues, Josh McLaughlin leads. He did get that bump draft on start, just help him get to the lead. But Josh he needs to show his pace if he wants to pull away. But see in the background, no one coming off the track and heading into the last 2 corners of turns 17 and 18. And Josh McLaughlin, he's going to get a toe. He's not getting a toe. Josh Benno's going to get a toe on him down the main straight. So Josh Benno might be in the lead coming out. But we're going to quickly watch a bit of the second lap, and then we're going to focus on the replays to see what the crashes happen so we can determine any incidents and get some penalties out there. So look at the toe training already. The worm, that's what I call it. Snake train, worm, whatever you can call it. Down into the first corner. Fraser Clegg braking later than Ryan Taborski, not trying to let him through. And through the first corner they go. Jacob Higgins in 5th place, staying where he started. Jackson Whitehead doing well as well, up 10 positions. He started from 19th, and he's in 10th, and Drew Gibson has spun. Just getting out of everyone's way before he rejoins the track. Oh, it was a bit close there, but they keep it going. Ollie Stevens already making a move to try get through on Cooper Friend. He did start from the pole, Ollie Stevens, and he wants to get his way back through. Can he get it down the inside of Cooper Friend? No. Josh Hunter pressuring him, though, around the outside. Can Josh Hunter get the move done? No. He cannot. A little bit of contact, I believe, in the background. No. I thought we heard a little bit, but it's fine. So, back to the leaders, though. Let's quickly go back and look at some crashes of what happened. So George Miles had a crash coming down into T1, watching the number 14. Oh, he's just looped it on his own, hit Jackson. I want to see what happened to James Brett though. So who did he come together with? Oh, Blake Holden. We'll quickly have a look at that just to determine any incidents. Go from the gearbox cam of James Brett. Oh, it's a bit hard to determine that. Need to try to get a little bit of a better camera here. We'll just go from the far chased angle. Oh, bit hard to determine there. Go back to live now. As look at this train heading down into the last corner of the track. Chase Tippett in fifth place will want to catch this train ahead. Will Jacob Higgins, though, work together with him? Down the main straight we go. Down the main straight into T1. It's Ryan Taborski down the inside. Josh McLaughlin he doesn't brake hard enough to get down the inside though. Looking further down the field, look at this battle train here. Jamie Craig trying to get through the field as well since he had an incident too. But I want to see the Ollie Stevens incidents that happen. But look at this train. We'll quickly go have a look at what happened between these four. So that's where the contact happened. So if we go back. So what started this? So Ollie Stevens, I think, had a little bit of a bad run coming out. Hits Ethan. Ethan bounces back. Oh, that is very hard to call there. I don't really know. We'll have our live stewards have a look at this. Ethan came down a bit, but then Ethan bounced off Jamie, then into Ollie. Hard to call there. Our live steward will be looking at this on his own replay. It was on lap 1. But back to the lead is the top 4 having their duke for the race win in Heat 1 to determine the starting grid for the feature race. Who will make the move? I think they're just going to keep swapping down the main straight because the toes are that big. They can't really afford to push just in case any net code or any too big bumps happen, causing them to spin and resulting maybe in a penalty. But down the main straight we go. Now, down the main straight. Also, looking back, we had another crash that happened. Who was it? It was Daniel. What happened with Daniel? It was Daniel and Josh Thomas, I think. Heading. No, I think it might have been. Oh, too much curve, and Josh Thomas hits the rear of him, and Daniel just loses it, but he doesn't get in the way of anyone. Now, I want to see why Jamie came into the pits. I think he just went a little bit wide. Yeah, just a bit wide out of the last corner. And back to the front. And we see in the background, there's Chase Tippett and Jacob Higgins. So now it's going to be a 6-car train for the win. 7 minutes in. Tyler, what are your thoughts so far in this race?
It's been very exciting. Little bits of contact in between in the mid and front field. And yeah, it's a very good race. I'm just looking now at some contact between what I think Ethan Johnson and car number 8 now, and it's pretty damn good to watch.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts on that lap 1 incident when they went 4 wide trying to go 4 wide in turn 5? And I have to stop you there actually. Oh no, never mind. It said Jackson Whitehead crashed. I don't know what happened there though. But look at this battle train here. We've got 2 battle trains on the track. We've got these 4 here, and we see Joseph going to be trying to get back onto the back of that train. Ollie Stevens trying to make his way through. But we'll go back to the front. And Ryan Taborski, he started from 11th place on the grid, remember? And he's up into first now. So Ryan doing an outstanding job to get to first. But we still got 7 minutes left in this race. And what is going to happen? The toe bringing everyone close and back into the race. Through the last corner now. Ryan Sportsky has a bit of a gap, but that gap will shrink because of the toe. Josh Banner, though, I saw a little bit loose in the rear end. Josh McLaughlin had Chase Tippett down the inside. Jacob Higgins gives him a bit of a bump to gain the momentum back. We can see the other train in the distance. If these six keep battling, they will catch back up. So down the main straight, into T1. Fraser Clegg pulls it out. He goes from third to first now. Josh McLaughlin down the inside of Ryan Taborski. Joshua Benno down the inside too before the first corner. So now it's Fraser, your new leader. Joshua Benno second. And Josh McLaughlin third. So many Joshes in this race. Too many J's to think about. Obviously in the background, Jamie Craig is having a great battle here. Oh, James Brett's come back to the field too after having a little bit of a spin on the first lap. And he's helping Ollie get through, giving him a little bit of a bump. And where will Ollie make a move on Jamie Craig? He's going to try it down the inside. Blade on the brakes. Ollie Stevens with a great move down the inside. Nearly hits him. Jamie Craig just moving out of the way just to avoid it, just in case if anything happened. But great move from Ollie Stevens. Back to the front. Joshua Benno still leading. Fraser Clegg second. But what's going to happen here? Heading into turns 11 and 12. We see Ryan Taborski has a battle on his hands with Chase Tippett. If these two keep battling, they might fall out of tow. But Ryan Taborski not giving it up. Can he come back across on Chase? No, Chase is trying to hold it, but he can't get the move done. Chase Tippett. Jamie Craig, after getting passed by Ollie Stevens, now has James attacking him. James trying down the inside. Jamie leaving a bit of room, though, for James to have a crack at him again. Around the outside, can James get the move done? No, he can't. Jamie pulls it nice on the apex. James gives him a little bump, but great blocking there from Jamie to keep that position. And now Ollie's on his own to try catch the train ahead. See, Ryan Taborski's been passed by Chase Tippett, and now Jacob Higgins is having a crack at him now. Cut to a replay in a second because there's been a crash. Lachlan Manif, he's spun it on his own, but he's going to continue going. Down in 21st, but he keeps it going. Joshua Benner, though, he's going to lose the lead now. Here comes Josh McLaughlin, too, following Fraser's slipstream. Now, will Josh go to the inside in the T1? Josh McLaughlin, can he get the move done? No, he'll back out of that. Chase trying to make a move maybe on Josh Benno. Doesn't get it done. Ryan Taborski gets it done on Jacob Higgins again. Oh, a bit of contact. Ryan Chase. Ryan loses the rear, though. I think he just broke a little bit deep, clipped the rear, went up in the air a bit, but he can try to get back in that toe. But Fraser and Josh McLaughlin still keeping it going. James Brett makes it through on Jamie Craig, and now he's going to try and work together with his fellow mate, Ollie Stevens, and maybe catch the train ahead. We've got nearly 3 more minutes left in this race, but he has to defend from Jamie Craig, who's trying to go around the outside, but can he get it done? No, he cannot. But we'll go back to Joshua. Joshua Thomas had a crash. Who do you have it with? Was it with Jackson? I think it was with Jackson. Into turn 13. Oh, he's looped it on his own. But he'll rejoin back in the race, continuing. Cooper Friend had a bit of a crash as well. Where did he spin it, or did he clip a curb too hard? Yes, way too hard on the curb. Going on 2 wheels and waiting to rejoin back into the race. Ollie Stevens now has James Brett on his rear. We cut back to the front as Joshua Benno down in fourth. Fraser Clegg in the lead. Fraser Clegg's a bit wide, though. Chase Tippett in third. Josh McLaughlin in second. Ryan's catching back up now. And heading down into turns 17 and 18. I don't know when the last lap will come out. It might be this lap, actually, the last lap. Knowing iRacing sometimes, as we see Jacob Higgins makes a move down the inside of Josh Benno, gets it into fourth. Josh McLaughlin has Chase Tippett right on his tail. And coming across the line now, will it be white flags? No, it's not. I can't tell anywhere. I don't think it is, though. Heading down the main straight we go. Well, maybe it is because we are going 3 wide down in the T1. How is this going to end out? Nearly 4 wide, and it's Chase Tippett in the lead as Josh McLaughlin tries to turn in, but Jacob Higgins is there, and Chase Tippett takes the lead, and Joshua Benno gets in the second. Fraser following through. Ryan Taborski, where is he in this battle? In 5th place, down the inside, Josh McLaughlin. So Josh went from 3rd, now down into 6th. And it's Chase Tippett who leads it, and Jacob Higgins is defending from Ryan Taborski very aggressively. Ryan Taborski is going to try go to the outside, and it's going to be 3 wide, but we need to watch the front. Is it 3 wide? No, but it's 3 wide. It's there. Jacob Higgins loses 2 spots from Josh and Ryan, and Josh slotting himself into 4th place again. Ollie Stevens has James on his rear, but Jamie has crashed. I just realized that looking at the live timing, Jamie is down. We'll have a look at what happens soon. But Chase Tippett leading the race from 9th place on the grid into 1st. Tyler, I believe this is the last lap. So how do you reckon this is going to play out for the last couple corners?
Oh, the last couple of corners are going to be very good. The guys at the front might get a little greedy. It's going to be fun to watch.
It will be fun to watch, Tyler. I don't know if it is the last lap though. Maybe next lap is. But just by the way they were battling, it looked like it was the last lap. Tyler, I think you can tell if it is the last lap. Is it the last lap?
I cannot tell myself actually.
Yeah, okay. That's
Session time is 8 seconds remaining, so I think this might be the last lap.
might be the last lap now, yes. So they're coming down.
Yes.
Or Chase is defending really aggressively as well in the back. Fraser Clegg defending, so that might be the last lap. Joshua McLaughlin trying to go around the outside of Ryan Taborski, loses the rear. Chase Tippett defending from Josh Benno, but Josh Benno's down the inside into the last corner. It is checkered flag, and we're coming through the last corner, and Josh Benno does a beautiful move on Chase Tippett. Is he going to take the win here? It's side by side across the line. I can't tell. Is it Chase or Benno? It's Chase who gets it by 4/1000ths of a second, and Chase wins his first race of the season in season 3 here at the Bend in Heat 1. That was an exhilarating finish there. And Fraser Clegg's turning right as we see on the cameras. Oh, big shunt for Fraser. But we look in the background, Ollie Stevens does a great recovery to get back into 7th place. But Chase Tippett just gets it off Josh Benno. While everyone's crossing the line, let's look at what happened with Jamie Craig. Into T1. Tries to switch back Elijah. Oh, that's a bit hard to tell there. Oh, I think Elijah might be getting something there. But Chase Tippett pulls off the win. Let's quickly have a look at that finish between these six actually. 4-1 got lost there. But let's look at the gearbox. No, we'll look at the roll bar. No, far Chase. He just gets that run out of the last corner. One.
Yes. Slipstream playing its part once again at the Bend.
Yes. Slipstream playing its part, and we're gonna get the top 3 in a second. Getting into the VC, we've got Josh Benno and Chase Tippett so far, and we're waiting for Fraser Clegg. But we can just waiting. Yeah, here he is. All right. Well, we're gonna start off with Fraser Clegg. Fraser got third out there. Got third. How was that race? How'd it feel racing with basically 6 people just battling it out for that win?
I was absolutely terrified the entire time because when it's something like this, no matter how fast or slow you are, as long as you're in the tow, everything is fine. And then you were just hoping that you're not going to get spat out on the last lap. So there were 6 of us in that battle that could have won, and I'm just happy that I'm in the top half of that battle. So
yeah, it looked very fun out there. Wishing you the luck for the next race in the feature. Okay, nice. Next, we'll go to Josh Benno, who got pipped across the line by 4/100,000ths of a second. Josh, how'd that feel out there?
Heart was pumping a bit on that last lap. Quite nervous. No, it was good racing. Still second for the championship, which is good. There was a couple interesting bits there on the last lap, but second, I can't complain.
Yeah. Also, I think you were in amongst that lap 1 incident. You weren't in it, but you definitely did see it. What was your take on that?
Well, I had a really good run out of turn one and down the straight was horrible, and then turn 3 I had a really good run, and then I'm far inside, and then I look to my left, and then I see there's 4 cars, so I backed out perfectly at the right time. And then I just saw Ethan and Ollie. I didn't see who the other person was, and they just speared across in front of me. But yeah, I just had to do a bit of avoiding there. But yeah, I got lucky.
Yeah. Well, as Josh has said, the heart was pumping through that race, but Chase's heart would probably be pumping faster after getting the win there. Chase, how was that?
Oh mate, it was unreal. I got spat out on turn 3 on the first lap. So yeah, just saw cars going 5 wide going into a corner that shouldn't fit 5 cars. Got spat out a bit, followed Ollie off the track. Just kind of kept my head down, stayed in the slipstream, got a little bit of help from one of the CXC cars of Jacob Higgins. And then just pushed forward and then was able to get him across the line after a very weird second last corner where I decided I didn't want to hit the apex because they're overrated anyway. But yeah, a lot of fun, really good battle. Awesome to be able to go from like P19 to P1 like that. So yeah, cool.
Yeah. But all luck towards the feature now, and it might be raining for the feature, so you three don't know how it's going to play out, but have fun, all of yous.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, so warm up has finished. So now we're going to be going to the feature race, which may or may not be raining. Tyler, if it is raining, what are your expectations?
My expectations?
Yes,
Total
you.
chaos. Total chaos.
Oh, that's a bit not harsh, but
Yo, Aiden, is bump drafting allowed?
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, they're all saying it's banned.
Anyways. What were we talking about?
We're talking about if it was going to rain, but I don't know if it is. Doesn't look like it. Looks
It doesn't
dry.
look like it on. It doesn't look like it at all on my radar. Oh, actually, never mind.
Is
It's
it-
going to rain.
Is it close though?
It's getting close.
Okay.
Very close.
All right. Well, since we're gonna
100% chance of rain, 96% humidity, and 36-kilometer winds northwest.
right,
So
T
gonna
O.
hit like a tidal wave.
So let's run you through the grid for our next race here at the Bend. Let me just get it up real quickly if I can. It just have to be the Heat 2 results for our grid. Oh no, Heat 1 actually. Whoopsies. Wait for it to come up. And here we are. So, Heat 1 results, which determines our starting position for race 2. So, Chase Tippett will be on the pole position with Joshua Benno, who will line up along in second place, who lost that race by, it was 4-1. Well, as you see on there, it's a very small gap. Fraser Clegg finishes in third, Ryan Taborski in fourth, Jacob Higgins in 5, Josh McLaughlin in 6, Ollie Stevens in 7, Joseph Parkinson in 8, James Brandt in 9th, Blake Holden in 10th. Ethan Johnson started on the first row, but he finished down 11 after an unfortunate incident with a couple people heading down in towards turn 5. Jamie Craig finishes in 12th, having a great battle with Ollie in that, just unlucky to have that little incident with Elijah. Drew Gibson 13th, George Miles 14th, Jackson Whitehead 15th, Josh Hunter 16th, Joshua Thomas 17th after having a couple incidents in that race, Daniel 18th, Elijah 19th, and Lachlan Manif in 20th place. Also, Cooper Friend finishing down in 21st. But Lachlan Manif, he hasn't got on the grid. I don't know if he got on the grid in time, but I don't know who it was talking in the chat then. But Chase Tippett starting from the pole position. First win for Chase Tippett in a bit in the Legend Car E Series, and a great way to do it. Very exciting for him. But yeah, Tyler, how close is that rain on your radar?
The rain is just heading towards us now in about on in game 3:30 at the moment. Rain's meant to be hitting at 4 p.m. So let's see what happens. 100% chance of rain.
Okay, but I think it might come a bit too late. I don't know if we will get rain in this race.
I reckon we'll get rain in this race.
Okay, that's your bet, and my bet is not.
I reckon.
But it does look a bit dark. But what are your predictions on how many cars wide will we go into turn 1 this time? We only saw 3 wide before. So
After seeing what I saw today in the first race, I think it will be 3 to 4 wide.
I'm just going to guess 4 wide once again. It's just a great number to guess. But
Need to lower my expectations.
Right, we need to see. So, heading down into turns 17 and 18, we'll get the racing going once again. People in the background just warming up their tyres. Who is going to prevail here? We saw Chase, who clinched that win in Heat 1, but the feature is one of the main ones. But you don't get more points, it's just determines who's going to finish ahead in the weekend with the combined total of points. So the safety car will peel into the pit lane now, and Chase will hold us off for this race start, just waiting to cross the line and wait for the green flag. And it's green flag running, and we're racing, and Chase Tippett looks to get a good start. We see in the background there Josh McLaughlin already making a move on Ryan Taborski, a little bit of wheel banging down the main straight. And, it's 5 wide, nearly 6 wide in the background, 5 wide actually, going down into T1. Who's going to back out of that? Ollie Stevens and Jacob Higgins, but Fraser Clegg didn't, and he's already up into believe that's nearly second as well. Look at that. Great start from Fraser Clegg. And now heading down into turn 3, side by side, Jacob Higgins. And, oh no, it's 3 wide coming out of the corner. We're going to have a repeat of what happened last time. Josh McLaughlin's going to make it 4 wide, maybe. No, it's gone back to 2 wide. A little bit of contact between Jacob Higgins and Fraser Clegg, but they keep the noses clean. And Ollie Stevens trying to make his way back to the field after qualifying in pole from before. And we just see there Jamie Craig running a little bit wide. And Josh McLaughlin's down the inside. I've heard contacts behind. I think there's a big crash, and I believe they keep on going, though. It was only a couple cars into that, but I think Jackson spun around there. And there's a big crash. Oh, I think that might need to be called for something here. I think that may just need to be a safety car. I saw bits of flying bodywork. I think a safety car may need to get deployed here. I've seen a couple crashes there. And a safety car, I think, is going to get deployed here from our race control director. Seeing a lot of crashes there. And the safety car is deployed. Just make sure you paste it a couple times, Tyler. Because the safety car is deployed. I don't think they're getting it. We all need to type it, bro. The safety car is out. And Colin Palmer is at turn 3. You have to say that as well, Tyler, that he is at turn 3. But there's people still making moves, and I don't know why. The call has been out. I think you might just need to go back to the pits, Colin. They're not listening. Just go back, Colin. Because they're going 4 wide into T1, and Fraser Clegg makes the move into first place. Beautiful move from Fraser Clegg. I don't know why they weren't listening. But that's fine. Heading into turn 3. Ethan Johnson in the background there, off the track. And down into turn 6 we go. And Chase Tippett makes it 3 wide, and he's going to go down the inside now. Will he get up the first? Beautiful move from Chase Tippett to get back in the first. But Fraser Clegg's going to switch back to both of them and try to get back in the first too. It's very close between these 3. Heading down into the triple right-hander. Are they going to stay 3 wide? No, Fraser Clegg will back out of that one. Chase Tippett will back out of that one too. And slot behind Ryan. And Ryan from 4th to 1st now. And Ollie Stevens, Chase Tippett's wide. He rejoins back on the track, but luckily just wasn't dangerous, so he got it back, trying to hold second, but Fraser Clegg's down the inside of him now, and Josh Benner will make it. Ollie Stevens as well in the background there, getting into the train. And heading into the next couple of corners, heading down into turn 14 now. Fraser Clegg defending from Chase Tippett. Because Chase Tippett's going to try hold it around the outside. Can he get the move done? No. He has to slot back in behind Ollie Stevens. So on the back of this train, Jamie Craig's going to be trying to catch up too. Blake Holden's in 7th. James Brett in 8th. Josh Thomas, though, from 17th to 10th, so he's in the top 10 now. Beautiful stuff from Josh Thomas. So we're heading into turn 18, the last corner on the track. 16 minutes to go in this race. There's still a lot that can happen. And down the main straight they go. 3 wide. Are they going to make it 4 wide? No, they'll slot back in. Ollie Stevens giving Josh Benno the bump. And look at this. We're actually 4 wide once again in the T1. And Josh Benno right around the outside of all of them. And as well as Ollie Stevens. He's followed Josh Benno through to get himself up in the 3rd now. But he's going to try get 2nd now, going around the outside of Chase. But Fraser can try get it on the inside of Ollie now, but he can't get it done. But Josh Benno went from 4th to 1st around the outside into T1. That was a beautiful move. So heading down into turn 6, Chase Tippett late on the brakes, gets it held up, and I seen in the background that there's a little bit of contact. I don't know where that was. I just heard it was Josh McLaughlin. Josh McLaughlin's round. And we'll have a look at what happened there soon, because Ollie Stevens is on the outside now, or Fraser Clegg, but he can't get the move done. Heading into the triple right-hander. Chase Tippett following along with Josh Benno in 2nd place. So how are those opening laps, Tyler, compared to the first race?
I saw a little bit of chaos still, but not as much as for the last race, you know. So it was way better, in my opinion. Very big guess of mine.
Ollie Stevens has gone wide. Just sorry to cut you off there, Tyler. Ollie Stevens has gone wide. I don't know what happened there. Now he's got James Brett on his rear, and James Brett maybe thinking of a move. No, can't get it done. Jamie Craig trying to go around the outside of Joseph Parkinson. Can't get it done. And Joshua Benno leading, and Chase Tippett's run wide. He's on the grass, losing the rear, and I've seen in the background there's another spin. It's not Chase Tippett, that's just his yellow flag. Who was it in the background? I couldn't see. Try find it soon. I think it was Blake Holden. But Josh Benno in the lead. So go back to what you were saying, Tyler.
Anyways, the minor lockup from Ollie Stevens, that was not expected. But yes, what wasn't also expected was 5 wide going into turn 1. That was actually quite insane to see.
And they all kept it clean, as we're seeing 3 wide here now.
Oh, exactly. Very good job by them.
Oh, James Brett! Look at that in the background. He's got a damaged front. I don't know what happened there. Well, just watching the lead here as Ryan Taborski goes back into the lead. What happened there with James Brett? Who did he make contact with? I think it might have been Ollie or Joseph. We'll look at that soon. But anyways, back to the lead. Fraser Clegg down the inside into turn 5 and heading down into turn 6 now. Will Ryan think of a move? No, but Chase Tippett will definitely think of a move on Josh Benno. And gets it down the inside. Good move from Chase. And continues to go in that green and black machine. So, it's the same 4 we saw again, but we might see some newcomers making their way through, working together to try get into first and try get their first win, second win. But we've seen 3 different winners in the first 3 races of our season. Winton Heat 1 was Ruben Den who won, who isn't participating here at the Bend, and then race 2 was won by Josh Benno, and now Chase Tippett who won race 3. Can we get a 4th different winner here today? Josh Benno side by side with Chase Tippett heading down into turn 13. Can he get the move done? Josh Benno is down the inside and gets it done on Chase Tippett. So now Josh is going to be pushing his way back to the lead. I believe he is still in the lead of the championship after James finishing a bit down in the field in that first race, but I don't know who would be climbing up now in 2nd place. But we're going to have a 7-car battle soon, all keeping in each other's toes. Ollie Stevens losing the rear bit into turn number 17. A little bit wide, though, when he done that. But heading into the last corner now. Chase Tippett, Josh Benno, Ryan Zaborski and a Fraser Clegg. Can we go 4 wide? Are we going to go 3 wide? We'll have to see soon. Here comes Ryan Taborski to the inside of Fraser Clegg. Now Joshua Benno's going to go for it. 3 wide, nearly heading down in the T1. Chase Tippett will make it 4 wide into turn 1. That looks a bit late on the brakes for Chase, but he will pull the car up. Beautiful move, goes from 4th to 1st. Beautiful move as we see Ollie Stevens has been overtaken by Jamie Craig and Joseph in the background. And coming through, Benno spun on the apex. What has happened there? Joseph has spun on the exit after getting tagged by Benno. What happened there? But Josh Benno, who was battling for the win, is now down in 6th place, maybe out of it if he can't get back in the tow. As we see Ryan Taborski battling with Jamie Craig. But what happened there? We'll go back and have a look. Play it from here. Just got on the gas too early. Clips Joseph, and that's when Joseph went round 2. But Josh Banner will be gutted in himself after doing that mistake. But can he make his way through? We've seen at Winton, after getting hit by Chase Tippett from turn 3 at Winton, made his way back to 4th. Can he make his way back through the field? He's already catching up onto Ollie Stevens. Those two will work together. Ryan Taborski telling Jamie, got to work together here to catch, as we see into turn 13, and Jamie's going to be working together. Chase Tippett does a move down the inside. Can he get it done on Fraser Clegg? These two should probably be working together to pull away from Ryan, but Chase Tippett, over the curb, two-wheeling it. Fraser has to hit him, but luckily for Chase, not the spin there. That was very close between them two. And heading down into turn 17, Fraser tries to get a move down the inside, but now look at this. Ryan is on the tail now. So now it's going to come back into a 6-car train soon as Benno's catching back up. So this race isn't over yet for Josh Benno to get back and try and get another win on the season. But down the main straight, Chase Tippett defending, Ryan Taborski to the inside of Fraser, but Ryan can't go anywhere. But is he going to try bump Chase? Oh, there's contact on a straight. Ryan tried to come across on Jamie, but Jamie was there, and now Jamie's going to go to the outside in the T1. 3 wide into T1. Who gets the move done? Ryan Taborski down the inside of Jamie. So Jamie's up in the 3rd now. Fraser back to the lead. That was insane down that main straight. Nearly contact and nearly ended in a really bad way there. But Ollie Stevens now is on the back of the train, so he's back in his battle train. After he didn't get involved in the incident, but he did have to brake a little bit to avoid getting involved. But heading down into turn 6 now. Chase Tippett laid on the brakes down the inside, as well as Ryan Taborski. There's a little bit of contact between Fraser and Chase. Ryan Taborski, though, gets a beautiful run after going down the inside of Jamie Craig. Ollie Stevens blinking a little bit there, but he's back in now. On the back of this train, Joshua Benno lurking in the back and through the triple right-hander. We go a little bit of contact there. Chase Tippett hitting Fraser's rear. And we've still got 8 minutes left in this race. Tyler, what do you think is going to happen here? It looks very feisty in this top 5.
Certainly someone's going to end up on top. I know that for sure. But let's see what happens. I don't want to say nothing until I know.
Oh, there's the rain. There's the rain on our screens.
Oh!
The rain has hit. It's finally hit, and we knew Ollie Stevens is wide. So now Joshua Benno gets through, but Fraser Clegg's down the inside. Here's the rain now. This is going to shake up the field. The rain is coming down. Tyler, can you please check your radar and tell me what parts of the track it has hit, so we just know where it's coming in from?
It's hit from the back end of the track.
Okay.
It's coming in from the back.
Yeah, it's coming in now. So, heading for the 2 last corners. How hard will it hit, though? That is the question. What color is it on the radar?
On the radar, it goes from a light blue to a dark green to a yellow, even.
Okay.
So, really heavy rain.
Yes,
Definitely forecasted.
But right now it's light, and there we go. There's that rain. Down the main straight into T1. The rain is gone once again. So raining in certain bits of the track as we see Ryan Taborski and Jamie Craig making their way through. Also, to point out, Jamie Craig from 12th place on the grid, up in the 2nd. Beautiful racing here from Jamie. After having a shock in Heat 1, after being involved in an incident, is now up into 2nd and can probably get his first podium of the season. He's driven these legend cars before at Sydney, it was. But now, can he win it in the virtual world? As he's thinking of a move now on Ryan Taborski, but Chase Tippett's thinking of a move on Craig. It's very close. Chase Tippett, really aggressive, bumps him out of the way. Now Fraser Clegg gets through. But Jamie's going to try hold it now to the inside. Jamie doesn't want to give it up. He's going to try keep it. Fraser Clegg does the smart thing and backs out of it because he knows the rain is coming down. It doesn't want to. There's some spray out of the back of people's cars. This is going to get interesting. As Joshua Thomas had a bit of an off track, but he kept on racing. Just wide there and continues. Just locks up the brakes. Heading into the last, no, not the last couple corners. Sorry, wrong bit of the track through turn 13. It's Ryan Taborski who's starting to pull away a little bit, but the tow will definitely bring him back. We still got, it was nearly 5 minutes left in this race. So, how is this going to unfold? Chase Tippett's already back onto the rear. Ryan Taborski. Jamie Craig has Fraser Clegg behind him. Joshua Benno has Ethan Johnson. Ethan Johnson from 11th place on the grid is now making his way through. Ollie Stevens got James Brett on his inside. A little bit wide from Ollie in the background, as well as Ryan, who loses the lead now to Chase Tippett heading into the last corner at the bend. Now the tow's coming back into play, but do they want to play it safe as it's starting to rain heavier now? It's coming. I see a lot of people coming off the track on my live timing. Heading into the first corner, it looks to be free wide. Can Jamie Craig go around the outside? Ryan Taborski looks very late on the brakes there, but gets it done. And Jamie Craig's now up in the second after Ryan's early braking. No, it wasn't Ryan, it was Chase. Bit of a mix there. But Joseph has gone off the track, but he's got back on. So yeah, I think he's just had a little bit of an off because of the rain. But it is coming down. They need to start taking different lines. They do not want to get on those curbs. Those curbs will start to get really damp. Don't want to hit the paint. Chase Tippett has Fraser for company though around the outside. Oh, a bit close there between the two, and Josh Spano makes it free wide around the outside, heading down into the triple right-hander. Can he get the move done? No, backs out of it. Does the smart thing. Slots in back behind. Doesn't want to compromise this finish. Chase Tippett on the painted lines. Don't want to be on there. But James Brett in the background, he's catching up. After suffering damage from the main straight, he's caught back up now. But Ryan Taborski loses the rear on exit. Now he's got Jamie Craig for company. Jamie Craig is going to go down the inside of Ryan, but will Fraser Clegg go down the inside of Jamie? The outside line might be working maybe soon because that rain's starting to come down, but they're still hanging it out on the dries. They do not want to come in as there is only 3 minutes left. They don't want to compromise any good finishes as Ethan Johnson now is around the outside. Can he get the move done? Can't get it done. Tyler, as we see Ethan Johnson get in the second. Do you reckon Ethan's on for the win here? It looks like he's driving brilliantly in these conditions.
He could, but some people get a little bit too eager.
As I said that,
just then,
you just said it.
Some people like him get too eager.
Oh my god!
I said kind gestures on the radio.
Kind gestures on the radio there. Sorry for the fruity language there from, I think it was Chase. I don't know who it was. I don't know if there was any fruity language, but Tyler said there was. But heading down the main straight, I believe it is the last lap of the race now. No, actually no, next lap would be. So heading into the first corner, Chase Tippett late on the brakes, Jamie Craig a bit early on the brakes, but can he get the switch back? Oh my goodness, yes he can! He's played that perfectly.
Oh,
Ryan's
one
gone
off.
wide. Yeah, that's Ryan. And Jamie Craig breaks earlier than the both of them and gets both of them as well again. So he went from the lead, back to third, and then back in the first. But Chase Tippett is now battling once again. But we'll wait for this battle just to end real quickly. There we go. Let's look at what happened with Fraser Clegg and Ethan Johnson. That's the aftermath of it. Yeah, let's get from the gearbox cam. So under brakes, Fraser taking the wider line because of the wet. And there's the contact. Get it from far Chase now. Oh, he drifted on the exit, Ethan, and that got into Fraser. Stewards will be having a look at that one after the race has finished. But we've gone back to lead. Chase Tippett holding off Joshua Craig. Joshua Craig to the outside now. Josh Benno, Project 300 entry, who had a spin, and he's got back up to third. So he's doing well to recover to try keep his lead of the championship as he loses the rear a bit through there. Can you get on the outside of Jamie Craig into turn number 14? No, because Chase Tippett is now back up the inside. James Brett is also in this battle. James Brett doing a great recovery. But Jamie Craig, from 12th on the grid, is up into 11th. So beautiful stuff from Jamie. And can he get his first win, actually? Heading down into the last two corners. Oh, look at the sideways action as Ethan Johnson's won. Fraser Clegg. Oh, it is checkered flag, actually. So across the line, can Jamie win it or can Chase get another sneaky finish on Jamie? And Jamie has won here at the Bend. Jamie, a newcomer into the league, has won from 12th on the grid. Beautiful stuff from Jamie. As Fraser Clegg finishes down in P5, but Ethan Johnson and Ryan Taborski had a spin in the background. But Jamie Craig, hats off to you, 12th to first. Beautiful win. Congrats. And go have a party afterwards at 9:32 at night. Jamie Craig, beautiful stuff. You see in the background Jackson Whitehead crossing the line to finish the race. But we'll get our top three now. But we've got Jamie and Chase, and now we've got to wait for Joshua Benno. Because he was our third place finisher, and we want to interview him first. But if he doesn't join in a certain time, we'll just start off with Chase. Oh, speak of the devil.
Greetings.
Greetings. So might as well start up with the interviews right now. Joshua Benno, another podium, just getting those consistent podiums to keep the championship alive. How was the race out there, and how did the rain affect you in the end?
Oh no, yeah, exactly what you said. Just got another podium. I've podiums almost every race, and I'm just extending the lead, which is good. Had a bit of a stake of my own, but then lucky the rain kind of saved me and brought it all back together. I had a lot of pace in the rain, but I was just thinking championship, and I just sat and watched. It was a really good race. Shame for Fraser, who had contact with Ethan, and congrats to the top two. That was a pretty hard in mouth kind of race.
Yeah, I want to get your takes on what happened with you though. What happened into turn number 3? Did you just lock a rear too deep? What happened there?
Oh, just a bit of a scare from Fraser as well, but he wasn't going for a move. He was just defending the guy behind, and I thought he was going for it, and so just a big correction on the wheel, and then under traction, I just kind of half spun it, but it didn't end up costing me that much time, maybe 3 or 4 seconds. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Congrats on third place, Benno, and good luck
Thank
for
you,
the
Ed.
next round at Virginia.
Thank you, Ed, and cheers.
So now Chase Tippett, you're next on the line. Chase Tippett, another podium as well. You've got a first and a second. I think you've actually won the weekend now for the points, but congrats. But how was that out there? And the rain that came into play, how'd you feel in the rain situations?
Yeah, it was a pretty intense first 15 minutes, and then as soon as I saw the rain start dropping, I'm like, oh well, this is going to get a bit sketchy. Didn't have enough time to pit for wets, so we all kind of had to sit it out. And yeah, it just got wetter and wetter, and it got to a point where I was coming out of corners like 10% for like 5 seconds before it would even grip. But yeah, other than people running out my ass and other things like that, and it honestly the race didn't go as well as what I thought it was going to at the start, and then it just sort of picked up from there. The wet weather suits me a lot, so I really enjoy it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Well done to Jamie for the win. It was a great battle. And yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Good luck, Chase, and good luck to Virginia too, which is coming next Friday.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
And now we go to our race winner, Jamie Craig, first comer in this league. He didn't have a great heat one, but he had a great heat two. He came off with the win. Jamie, how was that out there?
Yeah, that last race was pretty out of control. Heat one got to, I think, second off the start, and then we tried to go 3 wide and got crashed out. So race two was heaps better, just work forward, and then when the rain came out, it was really good fun. Good race with Chase. Yeah, it was just so hard to keep on the track, and you were trying to find where the grip was. It was really cool fun.
Yeah, happy to hear it. So, well, good luck to you in Virginia. Hope to see you there.
Thanks, mate.
Right, so that concludes our second round of the Legend Car E Series. Thank you to everyone who was watching here, and we will see you in Virginia next week, next Friday.